Good morning. Got your coffee? I got mine. So listen, I'm so tired this morning, and that is the gospel truth. I can't even give you pep in my step, perky woke gardener. The only gardener I can give you today, honey, is tired gardener. That's the only gardener I can give you today. I am sleepy gardener today. I'm so tired. But I got a lot to do. I have to go to my P.O. box today, and then I've got a big day in my garden today. My SUV is loaded down with supplies, and it's just a big garden day for me today. I have to deal with all that amended soil, and it's a lot, but it's okay. I'm going to get it done. Anyway, listen, before I get started, I have some people I need to say thank you to. I want to say thank you so much to Harriet. Harriet, I love your name. I'm going to stay saying that because I love it. And to Carlton, thank you so much. Carlton, who is always just there quietly supporting. I appreciate you. I really do. And to Katina, same thing there. Always just been there, present, supporting, checking in every morning. Even if you don't use words, it's emojis so that the algorithm can improve on my content. I see you, sister. Thank you so much. Listen, there is discourse going on in the Black community. And if you don't know what's going on, I'm about to tell you what's going on. It all centers around a dance. And it's a line dance known as boots on the ground line dance. Yeah, we all know the dance, that dance. The fan dance. Now, listen. There are a lot of Black people who are teaching this class. And there are a lot of white people signing up for the class. And a lot of Black people are filming the content and putting it online. And a lot of Black people got a lot of stuff to say about it. Now, me personally, I don't have anything to say about it because I can't control what anybody do. I think a lot about it. I got my thoughts about it, But there are other Black people who are stepping up and doing that work for me. I don't have to really say anything. And I can tell by the way that the discourse is going that, listen, Black people who are conscious of what white people do to Black people, we are getting tired as a collective, as a demographic of Black people that keep on selling us and our culture out. And I get it. I'm like, these comments are kind of hard. But then I sat back and I thought about it and I said, I get it. You got this big march coming up in a couple days on the 5th that Black people said that they're not going to. And it's going to be a few of us out there because, those Black people, like I said in another video, they are the descendants of their ancestors too. They are the Black people that would have sold us out for an extra piece of cornbread. They're the Black people who told on the other Black people who were trying to run away for freedom. They were the Black people who snitched on the other Black people for practicing their religion, for planning rebellions on the plantations. They are the descendants of the Black people who helped round up slaves for transatlantic slavery. They are the descendants of their ancestors too. Coonery is kind of in the blood. A lot of times. But we all be on it on some point until we wake up and become conscious Black people. That is, if someone has enraged you with your default setting already being Black and in consciousness. But a lot of y'all are just too old to not see what white folks are putting down. Y'all too old for it. And I get it. I get why so many Black people are becoming frustrated with Black people like that. Then the next thing you know, next year, in another 6 months, I'll say, when they're doing these line dances at rodeos and venues where they don't want you and they don't want your presence and your Blackness, y'all gonna start whining like little bitches, talking about they being racist. But in the meantime, in between time, you done sold your culture out. It's not about just a dance. This is about Black culture. And this is about white people always helping themselves to the parts of blackness that they want, while simultaneously throwing away the parts that they don't. And so many black people allow that to happen because so many of y'all are dangerous to woke, aware, conscious black people who are trying to stay home on November 5th and mind our business. But y'all keep dragging us into the business when we trying to rest and relax because y'all won't stop cooning. Y'all won't stop throwing the culture, giving the culture away. Y'all won't stop assisting them in stealing the culture. Y'all keep inviting them to the barbecue. And I don't give a fuck how big they smile in your face when they show up at the barbecue with that unseasoned raisins in the potato salad side dish. They're going to eventually become harmful. They almost always do. They almost always do. Because most of them are not the allies that so many of y'all need for them to be. And that's your first mistake, is thinking that you need white people for some reason when you don't. As a collective, we do not need them. We were here first. We are our own answer. But so many of y'all need these people's love and approval so deeply and so intensely to where you sell them blackness to the detriment of black people and black culture. Because you want them to like you so bad. You want them to love you so bad. You want them to accept you so bad. You want them to help you so bad. You want to be in community with them so bad. You want to be a part of their culture so bad. You want to be close to them, in proximity to them so bad. To where you sell your people out. And I get the frustration. And I'm telling you, because I'm kind of good at seeing things like this come. Your people, the next shift, had to wait. This shift is all black people are then just collectively just said, we out, we resting, no more. The next shift is it going to be the shift away from coons. That's going to be the next shift. There's a discussion going on over in the room that we created in Facebook about this black Trump supporter. And this chick said that he was her daddy and that Trump supporters were her tribe. And she talked about how she found her people. And then her son got hit with 21 years. And then she come crawling back on her hands and knees to the black community saying, I need y'all to help my son. He facing 21 years on a self-defense charge. So it was self-defense, yada, 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 yada. And black people are collectively like, where your daddy at? Where your tribe at? Where your people at? We about to go sit back down. That's the next shift. Black people are getting rid of collectively, if you can't see it and if you can't tell it, black people are shifting away from everyone who has sold us out. It ain't just white people. It ain't just brown people. It ain't just Asians. But it's you black people that keep selling us out. We are sick of y'all asses. We sick of you. We are sick of you. And for the rest of you who may not be that far, that lost, let me tell y'all something. Y'all better figure out how to be in therapy, how to be in community with black people real soon. And before some of y'all can be in community, you actually really do need to be in therapy first. You do. Because you don't know how to communicate with black people. And all of those ideologies, white supremacist ideologies that you have internalized throughout the years. White come first, white is right, self-hatred, crabs in the barrel mentality. When you come into places like the room, respectability politics, all that white supremacist bullshit that you have internalized, you don't just leave that at the door. You bring that into the room with you. Because you don't know how to make community with black people. And while, yeah, I get that. And yeah, I'm willing to teach, try to help you to an extent, as well as some other black people. It is your sole responsibility to figure out how to come at your community. Because while we understand it, we don't have to give you grace for that. But for so long, if you cannot come into a space of blackness and be self-aware enough to realize when you are being harmful to other black people in a space because you don't have enough maturity to understand when you are speaking intrusive thoughts that you should be journaling instead of speaking, or keeping to yourself instead of speaking, or even better, because this is what you really should be doing with intrusive thoughts, understanding in the moment that you're having an intrusive thought, a thought that is harmful, and then you correct yourself. That's your job. That's not the job of the people in the room or out in real life. That's your job to know when you're wrong and to correct yourself before you say or do something stupid or harmful. And I gotta be honest, without therapy, I don't know if I could be that self-aware when it came to my own self. When it comes to my own self, but I can. Because I had the benefit of therapy. And even though I went to therapy for other reasons, therapy taught me how to do that. It taught me how to understand, be self-aware enough to understand when I am saying something or doing something or being harmful in the moment, and to self-correct that so that I'm not harmful, so that I'm not abusive to the people around me. And words and actions can be abusive. It's not just the physical. It's the mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological. Speaking of psychological, the psychological warfare that white supremacy, the number that it has done on black people, a lot of us are just simply not aware. Just like these boots to the ground black folks, that's these cookout black folks. They are not self-aware enough because they have not deconstructed. They don't even know that it's a problem because they're not self-aware enough to understand that, hey, you are a problem for your culture. Your culture is saying to you, hey, stop selling us out. And then they fix their mouths and say something, it's just a dance. There's no harm in teaching a dance. It's not just a dance, it's bigger than a dance. And a lot of black people are just not self-aware enough to get that. Some will get there. Some will never get there. Because they will always need to align themselves with whiteness in whatever way they can in order to feel better about blackness. Being black. White supremacy has done such a number on some black people that black people really think that it's not okay for them to be black unless white people say it is. It's not okay for them to love being black unless white people say they can. That it is not okay to just exist unless white people put their stamp of approval on that. Fuck white people. In that way, in that regard, fuck white people. If you need white people to validate anything from your rooter to your tutor, you was fucked up in your head. You need to go to therapy. You need to work that shit out so you can stop being harmful to the rest of us black folks, because we sick of y'all black asses. There, I said it. that is all that I have for today. If you would like to donate to the platform, we would certainly appreciate it over here. I'll leave my Cash App and Venmo down in the comments. Oh, Costco did not cancel the other half of my order. They just shipped it on another day. I don't know why they did that. That was the first time they did that. I assume that they canceled it like they did in the past. That's why I didn't get an email. So, and they finally gave me back my money. So now I can do this other order for the kids where I can get their toys. I want to put some basketballs in there. Some more basketballs, footballs, soccer balls, that kind of thing. So if you'd like to donate to the library pantry, we'd appreciate that as well. You all have a good day. Have a righteous day. Do something nice for Black people. Okay? Do something nice for a Black person today. Look, deconstructing is hard. It is. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not easy work. But you can't do that without being self-aware and without having the ability to tell yourself the truth about who you are. It really does all start with those two things. If you're going to go through life lying to yourself about shit, you will never reach your full potential, and that's just the truth. Have a good one.